Hey all, X-Art student here. So in the past, I showed you that I was doing a challenge of a drawing a day until 5K. And I showed you a brutal critique of my day 1 to 50. So since I've hit 101 drawings today, I'm going to show you 51 to 101 with my brutally honest review. Starting off, not strong, 51. I hate this drawing. I think the idea was okay, but usually if I put a bunch of lines in front of the character, it's to kind of block out some of the detail or to try to make it look cooler. If I had different wings or organized them differently, it might be a little bit better, but the pose, the face, the wings, not doing it for me. This drawing, not so great. I wanted to have a headpiece in front of her face, but it just looks really messy. I do like the texture and the shape of the hair. The body's okay. I don't know, I think the hair is the only thing that does it for me. Because this is a bigger piece of paper and I don't want one sketch to take up the whole page, I film on one side and then I film on the other. I think I usually start on the left and then go to the right because I don't really like putting my hand where the spiral is, but that's okay. This drawing I really like. I feel like the neck's a little bit off, but the pose is pretty cool. The character design's cool. I like it. And I also like this effect of the light. Don't know if I did it correctly, but I do like it. This one, I was trying to prep for strawberry festivals that I had coming up. I think it's fun to experiment. I don't like it much. Maybe if it was just like this, it'd be cuter. I like the swirls. Okay, this one. I saw a picture on Pinterest where there was a bunch of leaves, or maybe Instagram. There was leaves shadows on this person's face and I really loved it. And I wanted to create a character that would have that on her. Don't really know what's going on, but I do really like this. Here is actually the Starbucks girl. I saw a picture of her and I was like, I could totally make her my style, so I did. And I really like it, actually. I kind of don't like how this looks like 4 boobies, but that's okay. I do think, like, overall, this is a pretty cool drawing. This, I really like the drawing. I kind of like the texture of the curly hair. It's very chunky and thick and curly. Obviously, I was going through it that day, but I'm okay now. And here's a little purse I created. Maybe if I didn't have the string, it'd be cooler. I don't know if I actually like it as a purse, but I was trying to be funny, I guess. Don't know if it actually was, but overall, like this piece, just the gravestone, I like it. Next, again, going through something. I like this drawing because it helped me express how I was feeling this day, but I don't like it because the hand's kind of wonky and the butterfly's kind of weird. But overall, I do really like this expressiveness, I guess. I do actually really like this drawing. I found a bunch of flowers online and thought it'd be fun to put it around a face, because a lot of the times I like drawing a character's face and having that be the focal point. So it was cool to be able to use the hair and the flowers as its own little bouquet. I like the idea of this. I don't like the execution. The deer skull and the shading's really cool. I don't really like the hair. Maybe if it was a different style, it'd be better. Maybe I don't like it because the pose is kind of basic, but overall it's not bad. I think if I changed the hair, I'd probably be more into this. This piece, I hate it. I don't even remember what I was inspired by. Maybe 2 different choices in life. Maybe if I had 2 different objects, it'd be better, because I do really love the shape of this. I don't think it turned out great, but yeah, it is what it is. This keychain kind of reminded me of one of those guys from Stranger Things. Like, I forgot his name. Maybe it's Mikey or something. I like it. I didn't expect to turn it into a keychain. I just didn't know what else to do with it. Maybe because I didn't want to draw a body. So yeah, I think it's a successful, cute little piece. Like, I could totally see this as a t-shirt design or a tattoo. This, however, horrible. It's supposed to be Marceline from Adventure Time. I had the whole shape going, the hair, and then when it came to the face, I screwed it up. And I was really disappointed, but for some reason, a lot of people on YouTube Shorts really liked this, and it got really popular, which is crazy to me. But I was like, I can't just leave this as my only expression of Marceline, because I do really like her as a character, and I know I could draw her better. I feel like maybe the neck's off, that's why I don't like it. But I think it's a lot cuter, and I love her hair. Don't know if the pose is the greatest, but I think it's more successful here of Marceline. This one, I found a moth with cool designs on it, and it kind of looked like a skeleton, like the eyes with the teeth, like a double row of teeth. It just looked cool, and I was like, what if that covered the eyeballs of a character? This part kind of looks like a bald spot, so I don't like that, but overall this is like creepy and cool. I feel like it'd be good for like some kind of cult character or something. Next, I think I was inspired by a moth that my sister raised and sent me a picture of. It looked like a skull, and this also kind of reminds me of the butterfly skulls from Arcane. So I was a fan of this. I just wish it was more even. I do like this piece. I don't know what I would ever use it for, but I like the idea of her hair just being leaves and nothing else. Like, you can't see the head anymore. Like, it all just disappears. The shading is cool. It's a little over dramatic, but I think it's a good flow. Next. Hate this piece. I really do. I think it just did too many spider webs, and I was just going with the whole spider motif with the eyes, and I just overworked it too much. This one, maybe I was less confident due to this, and I just put my hand over my face so I didn't have to draw as many details, and that's what I got. I drew this little design when I was at a market, and I thought it'd be cool to show like surprise of the character. This piece, I don't know if I think the hair is throwing it off with me, maybe if it was a less thick or something, but I do think it mimics the vision going through this girl's face. I was actually inspired by my sister. She fainted, actually, when she went to the doctor, and she said that she saw all these crazy lines and weird stuff. I don't remember if it was while she fainted or while she was passed out, but she was telling me about it, and it was so visual that I had to draw it, and she said it was fine that I drew it. So she also likes a lot of my art, so it's cool that she's supportive in that way too. But I wouldn't have posted it if she didn't feel comfortable with me doing that. All right, this one. I like the face. I don't know if the dandelions worked out. I saw a dandelion on the side of the road and it looked like this, and I've never seen it like swirly and limp like this. They're usually straight up, and I thought it was really cute, and I wanted to use it in my piece. Sometimes when I go on my daily walks with my dog, I see cool things in nature and I have to draw it and get inspiration from it. I think I just wanted to draw more of these eyeballs with suns, and I didn't want it to be perfect, so I think I just drew them, and then I was like, oh, it's missing something, so I added the nose and mouth. And overall, this would be a pretty cool creature or person or whatever it is. The shading's a little wonky, but I do like this. I could see this being like an oracle or some kind of villain. Here's a sketch of a Jerry the Sailor type of traditional tattoo mermaid with my style as well. I was practicing it so I could create a tattoo portfolio. I thought it'd be fun to draw it because I already had some practice drawing different tattoos, and I thought this would be cool. This day I was inspired by a Can't Sleep podcast, and what they do at the end of their podcast is talk about a bedtime story, it's called, where they just go back and forth with different sentences to progress the story and create something usually silly, usually scary, kind of funny. And this day their story was really, really good, and they asked for people to make their stuff into comics, so I did that. I like how it turned out. Maybe I should have tightened it up a little bit and worked on it a little bit more, but I do think it's fun and I like the style of it. This piece, I actually like her a lot. Maybe not with that, and the arm's a little off, but I really like the hair. It reminds me of very romantic kind of Renaissance era people. Then I went on Pinterest and I found a gas mask that looked cool, and I figured it'd be fun to create this mocking figure who's definitely evil and up to no good, and you would not want to find in a dark alleyway. And I think I like her. I created something that would genuinely scare me if it was in a video game or in person or a scary movie. This day, I was probably feeling low energy and not as inspired, but that's okay. I was just trying to create some kind of tribal-y-esque woman and just low maintenance, just a quick sketch. Compared to this one, you know? Next, I wanted to bring back this devil guy from the keychain drawing, and I don't know if it looks exactly like him or whatever's going on. I think this is the first like man-esque drawing that I've done that kind of looks successful. I like him, even though it's definitely something I would never ever really draw. Here, I just wanted to try a different pose. Not really a fan of her. I tried saving it with some of the swirls. It is what it is. Next, I redrew the girl with that circle in her hand and wanted to draw her as a wounded queen or wounded princess, mid-battle, blood dripping, still graceful and proud, beautiful romantic curls. She's being graceful till the end. This piece, I think it's okay. I just wanted to see what it would look like if a character had wings under their eyes. Don't know if it was that successful, maybe if the wings were bigger. Maybe I was just trying to make it more like eyelashes. Next, I drew a goat jaw as like almost a warrior chin piece around this girl. I think it looks okay. I don't really know if it works well. Maybe if it was lower or higher, because it's at a weird angle. Maybe if it cut off the mouth a little bit more, it'd be better. Almost like a motorcycle helmet, I guess. I decided to make a fairy holding a dandelion and look like she was defeated. I like the idea of it. I love the wings. I think I'm really bad at outfits, so that's where it kind of flopped, but the rest of this is cool. I think I found a pose of this, like with a girl with maybe a sword. So yeah, just someone defeated kind of pose. Here I accidentally flipped around my sketchbook, but that's okay. Love this mermaid. The only part that I would fix is right here, which I actually did with a wood burning piece. Put it right here. That's what I based it off of. Love the fins better, and obviously with my pen I'm a lot more accurate than with the wood burning, but I still like how it came out. And this side of the sketchbook, I wanted it to be a wounded fairy that was falling out of the sky. I think it's okay. I found the pose on Pinterest and I thought it'd be kind of cool to draw someone who was falling, because I've never really done that, like in this pose, I guess. Next, I couldn't really think of much, but I really love the hair. I've never drawn it like this, and I feel like everything looks very movement and funky and just crinkled and angled. So I think it was successful. Not sure what I would ever use it for, but I do like that I produced it. On this side, I made Tinkerbell in my style. Don't know if I like it much. I don't think I do, actually. The wings are cool. Everything else I'm not really a fan of. Maybe if the face wasn't there, it'd be better. Yeah, I think the face I'm just not a fan of, because the outfit's cute, boots are kind of cute, the wings I love. I think also an issue is that with the wings it almost looks like double buns, and I don't like that. The next day I decided to draw Cinderella in my style, and that's a heel in her hand. I figured, what if Cinderella was super mad and she decided to try to murder someone? I feel like that'd be pretty cool to draw. But my Google search history to try getting reference pictures was not great, and it might have me on some kind of list, but it's okay. This piece I actually found a cactus, and I loved the big circle. Just the shapes were so good, and the spikiness. I wanted her hair to resemble that. I love this piece. If that wasn't there, it'd probably be more successful. Next, we have a character with flowers under her eyes, and I didn't really know what to do with the hair, so I decided, what if it was just flowing around, and then the hair's just connected in all these different ways, and she kind of looks like a planet at this point, but it's pretty cool, or some kind of all-knowing being. Don't think it's the greatest sketch, but I do think it's fun. Here, my sister sent me a picture of her garden, and I saw this cute flower, and I loved it. I didn't know how else to use it, so I decided to make this character with a little flower hat. I really like this detail too. This day I watched a short by, I'll put the user on the screen. She makes these cool wolfy graveyard creatures, and I wanted to see if I could make it into a human form. It's okay. I like the fluff, but here it kind of looks weird. I just put stars there so it was something interesting. Don't really know if the piece needed that. Here, I wanted someone with more than one eye. Nothing crazy. Don't know if I was really inspired that day. A lot of sharp angles. That's really it. Next, we have this keychain. I thought it'd be kind of cool to have dragonfly wings as the ears. I don't know if it looks cool though. But two different fairy-esque heads on keychains. Yeah, that's all I have to say. I think it's cool. Maybe the hair needs to be different here, but I'm glad I tried it. This mermaid is okay. I think I'm not a fan of the pose. I do think she turned out well, but the pose is just so boring to me that it's not impressive to me. This piece I hated. It's supposed to be a real fox head as this person's helmet or mask or something. I think I overdid it with the mouth size as well as the hair. Again, always glad I tried these things. But this day, oh my god, love her. Raven from Teen Titans is my favorite character when I was growing up, and I'm really glad with how she turned out. Some of the shading's a little bit off, but I think overall this is a pretty cool sketch. And I wanted her power to just look like it was almost acidic to touch. And like you knew that you were in danger because it's like and like ready to attack you. Like, you know, she's up to some business. And she has her double eyes when she's in that demon mode. I just thought she needed to be kind of evil-esque or powerful-esque. This is sketch 99 and this is sketch 100. So 99, I wanted it to be based on a jackalope. So you have the bunny ears and the antelope horns. I don't know why I made her very cute and smiley. Maybe because I found a reference picture that kind of looked like this. I wish I did it differently, but I'm happy that I tried it. The hair, not a fan. But I do think overall this character, you could tell that she's like a sweet, cutesy girl, and it's good that it looks cohesive. This mermaid, however, love her. Day 100, what a way to go out with a bang. I love the horns with all of these little jewelry pieces coming off of it. The hips and this area, I'm not a fan of. It's kind of off, but that's okay. I just think she's badass and like hot and stuff, so that's pretty cool. Love how the hair is flowing down. Like you could tell that she's powerful, maybe evil. You don't want to mess with her. That's a good day 100 sketch. 51 to 100 sketches. Crazy. I'm so happy that I've been doing this challenge for myself. It has brought a lot of traction to my channel, which is really cool and I'm so grateful for. And it's made me a way better artist. People always say, oh, practice every day. And you're like, yeah, whatever. But actually doing it, you're like, oh my God, they're right. So I'm grateful, even though some days feel really hard to draw. This really does help when it comes to my job, my art practice. And I'm happy I'm doing it, and I'll keep doing it until I reach 5K. I'm still a long ways away, so I'll be drawing more every single day, Monday through Friday. All right, thanks so much for tuning in. Catch you next week. Bye!